Why don't we start with some vocal exercises? See how that goes. Red leather, yellow leather. 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 Good blood, bad blood. 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 Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat. Toy boat. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. The black bug bled black blood. 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 Peggy Babcock. Peggy Babcock. Peggy Babcock. Peggy Babcock. I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. I am a thistle sifter. I have 7 sieves of unsifted thistles, and 7 sieves of sifted thistles, for I am a thistle sifter. Amidst the mists of fiercest frosts, with barest wrists and stoutest boasts, he thrusts his fists against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. Oh, what to do tonight today, and a minute or two to two, a thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do, for they'll beat a tattoo at 20 to 2, a rat-a-tat-tat and a tat-a-tattoo, and the dragon will come when he hears the drum, at a minute or two to two today, at a minute or two to two. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. Every single syllable I speak upon the stage has been specifically scientifically selected to stimulate the sections of your cerebrum that set and sustain a certain satisfying psychological state. One hen, one hen, one hen, 2 ducks. One hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese. One hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises. One hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers. One hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonian warriors in full battle array, 8 brass monkeys from the ancient sacred crypts of Egypt, 9 apathetic, diabetic, sympathetic old men on roller skates with a marked propensity for procrastination and sloth, 10 lyrical, spherical, diabolical denizens of the deep who all stall around the corner of the quo of the quay of the quivery, all at the same time. Give me the gift of a grip-top sock, a drip-drape, ship-shaped tip-top sock, not your spiv, slick, slapstick, slip-slop sock, but a plastic, elastic, grip-top sock. None of your fantastic slack, swap, slop from a slapdash, flash cash, haberdash shop. Not a knick-knack, knit-knock, knock-kneed knickerbocker sock with a blob model, trick, tick-tocker clock. Not a rucked-up, puckered-up flop-top sock. Not a super sheer, seersucker, puka sack smock sock. Not a spot, speckled frog, freckled sheik's sock off a hotchpotch, moss-blotched, botched scotch block. Nothing slip-slop, drip-drop, flip-flop, or clip-clop. Tip me a tip-top grip-top sock. 30 seconds left. that? Good morning, my friends, and welcome to Johnny's Happy Place. I'm Johnny Millwater. Almost made it. Let's try that again. I'm Johnny Millwater, and I'm very happy to be here too. Oh, almost, huh? Weird. Wonder why it's being like that. One more try. One more. I got a good feeling about this one. Nice. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Johnny Millwater. I hope you're feeling well. It's a beautiful Sunday in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's see, what's today's date? Who cares? I think it's the 27th of March, something like that. It don't matter. I'm just here today to have some fun, and I hope you are too. My name is Johnny Millwater. This is my second Twitch stream, and I'm just trying to get the hang of it. If anybody's out there wants to say a friendly hello, come on into our chat. I'd be very glad to chat with you. But I have a plan. If nobody wants to chat, let's go in the chalet. If nobody wants to chat, and there's the chat right there. You can see we got a bot already. I don't like those bots. I don't know about you, but I'll take it at this point. A bot is better than nobody, which is our current state. One of the cool things about Twitch is it might tell me the number of people in the stream, but it doesn't, which I like. I can do this on my own, or I can do this with you guys. I'm looking up. All right. I think we're set to go. Let's take a look at the highlight, make sure that's working. All right, not bad, not bad. We could fix that up in post. Nobody cares. But here's the plan, folks. When I have nothing to work on, when there's nobody in the chat saying hello, I have a very specific plan of things I like to do. It's the wheel. So we go to the wheel, and the wheel will tell me what to do next. So let's try it. See, anything can happen when you spin the wheel. Nice, Shakespeare. So it's as simple as that. Now we head to the Shakespeare stage. Let's see, we've been making our way through the sonnets. Why don't we head down? I believe we are in the 20s. So let's do sonnet number, see, 14? Do we know 14? Not from the stars do I judgment plunk? Ah, there we go. All right then. This, there we go. This is sonnet number 14 by William Shakespeare. Not from the stars do I my judgment pluck, and yet methinks I have astronomy, but not to tell of good or evil luck, of plagues, of dearths, of seasons' quality, nor can't fortune to brief minutes tell, pointing to each his thunder, rain, and wind, or say with princes if it shall go well, by oft predict that I in heaven find. But from thine eyes my knowledge I derive, and, constant stars, in them I read such art as truth and beauty shall together thrive. If from thyself to store thou wouldst convert, or else of thee I prognosticate, thy end is truth's, and beauty's doom and date. Yeah, loves you so much he doesn't want you to die. That's nice. Very cool. Let's check the chat. Nobody home yet. Oh, that didn't work at all. Wow, I forgot to recenter that. Luckily, there's nobody here, so what better time? Let's take the Cozy Shakespeare. We're going to center that. There, it looks nice. There we go. And then the chat, we will reset. There we are. Yeah, this would be awful. I think I might have to do that sonnet again. If you want me to stop, you just have to say so in the chat. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, then I just got to get Johnny back in the thing. Hold on. Hi, remember me from before with the Shakespeare? Hi. That's too big. Let's take it on down now. There we go. There we go. Now we got ourselves a nice little Shakespeare setup. Here, I'll make that camera a little bit bigger. I like to have my head just above the halfway point. Gee, Shana, how you doing, GJ Shenanigans? Thank you for coming. I was just resetting my my Shakespeare set here. This is nice. Things are working better. I'm losing less frames. I'm very excited. I've been working on the background for a while trying to make it work. I was just about to do a sonnet. I will do that sonnet, and then I will move on to the chat. Tell me all about your week. Say hi. Type it all up. I'll be with you in just a minute. But first, I want to do sonnet number 14. This is a good one. This is just... There we are. All right. Sonnet 14 by William Shakespeare. Not from the stars do I my judgment pluck, and yet methinks I have astronomy, but not to tell of good or evil luck, of plagues or dearths or seasons' quality. Nor can I fortune to brief minutes tell, pointing to each his thunder, rain, and wind, or say with princes, if it shall go well. By oft predict that I in heaven find, but from thine eyes my knowledge I derive, and constant stars, in them I read such art as truth and beauty shall together thrive. If from thyself to store thou wouldst convert, or else of thee this I prognosticate. Thy end is truth's, and beauty's doom and date. Nice. All right, now we got a thing. How you doing, DJ? Yeah, you're fantastic. You're carrying the whole stream so far. Thank you very much for being here. Let's go to the chat, see how you doing. Yeah, got a new layout for the chat and everything, so it's a little bit easier to read, I hope. DJ, hey, Shana asked me, how are you doing today? I hope you're feeling better today than you were last week. I am sorry to report, well, you know what? It is better than last week. How about that? It's better than last week, but I'm still in pretty bad shape. I haven't left the house much. I'm still paranoid and angry and confused and grieving and discouraged, but my family has been wonderful for me. My children have comforted me. My wife has comforted me. So I'm way better than I was, but still, I wouldn't be appearing in public if I didn't have this nailed down as something I need to do every week because it's important to me. It's just so I can spend time with people like you, Shana. Thanks for coming. How's your week? What'd you do this week? You see any cool shows? Tell me all about it. I'm going to spin the wheel real quick. I'll be right back, okay? Ooh, pros. All right. I just got some new pros. Let's head into the library. Was it? Well, I don't. All right, hold on. I don't know what's going on. I just reset everything. I'm exporting at a different size so that it won't skip as many frames. And because of that, there's a couple things that need to be reset. So please bear with me as I get this straightened out. And I thank you. Don't forget to tell me about your week, Shana. How's Pepper doing? You offered me some dog cuddles last week from Pepper, and I am giving it serious thought because I need some dog cuddles bad. There we go. Now we are in business. Very nice. Oh, family jewels! Yay! Oh, that's so cool. Let me talk about this on the chat. Let me do the pros real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll talk on the chat about this. Okay, here we go. Pros. Let's do... Here, we'll do Andy Rooney's for you. We'll do Fear of Doctors by Andy Rooney. Oh, hold on. Got to do this. Fear of Doctors. Fear of Doctors by Andy Rooney. Doctors have some funny ideas about why people don't like to come to their offices. Some doctors think people are afraid of them. Some think it's because of the probing questions they ask about personal matters. None of these is the reason. People don't like to go to see the doctor because they know they're going to have to take their clothes off. In spite of all the appeal nudity has for us in certain forms, most people are fully aware that they don't look as good as they ought to naked. Most people think they look worse than most other people naked. They must have courses in medical school about how a doctor should tell the patient to take his clothes off. And each medical school recommends a different method. A few doctors just say something direct like, take your clothes off. I always figure they went to a Dominican Republic medical school. Others try to break it to you gradually. They say, strip to the waist, please. This is good news because you figure you can at least have your underpants on. But if you have any experience at all going to doctors, you know it's only temporary. There's bad news coming. Some doctors try to be discreet. They say, all right, now let's take our clothes off, shall we, and see what we have here. It sounds as though the doctor's going to take his clothes off, too. I don't know whether men doctors treat women patients any differently than they treat men or not, but I certainly have no information about how women doctors treat men patients. I doubt very much if you'd catch one of them saying, all right, now let's take our clothes off. Doctors are used to all this because they see a lot of patients. Patients aren't used to this because they only see one doctor. It has occurred to me that to be on equal footing with the patient, it might be a good idea if the doctor did remove his or her clothing to set the patient at ease. I know, though, that in real life this wouldn't work out very well. After all, doctors know just as well as anyone else that they don't look great naked. No matter how the doctor breaks the news about undressing to a patient, he better try to make it sound matter-of-fact, professional, and like an ordinary, everyday kind of thing to do. Well, taking off all your clothes in a stranger's office is not a common, ordinary kind of thing for most people to do, and there's no way for a doctor to phrase it that make it sound as if it were. Some doctors are cowards. They must have their nurses do it for them. If you'll remove your clothes, she says, Dr. Carter will be in to see you in a few minutes. If it's 10 minutes before the doctor comes, there's almost nothing for a patient to do in the interim. Doing nothing is twice as hard if you don't have any clothes on. If the doctor's license is hanging on the wall, you can read that, but if you didn't think the doctor had a license, you wouldn't have come to him in the first place. And anyway, you aren't used to reading naked. Usually a patient just stands there once he's undressed, and it can be a long stand. The patient can't sit down because the small side of the chair in the inspection room has a fake leather cover on it that is no doubt sanitary, but is also cold, especially to sit on. If doctors want patients whose blood pressures don't rise to abnormally high levels when taken in their office, they've got to find a way to diagnose patients' illnesses without making them undress. That's Andy Rooney for you. He's a smart guy. Let's go back. Let's do the chat. Hey, we're back. Now, DJ had a couple of them. All right. Let's start with this. On Friday, you went to see a great show hosted by Craig Collin. I almost got that gig myself, but I didn't respond fast enough. And featuring Julia and Julie, Family Jewels Comedy. Julie, I've known since the beginning of her career. In her comedy class, I sat in, and Julia was a former student of mine. She took my class at the very beginning of her career, so I'm familiar with them both. I think they're both wonderful, and I know they're building really, really, really great things in the comedy scene in Charlotte, and I'm excited to see it. I hope I get to work with them soon, in some regard or other, because they're doing great things. Lovely people. Thanks for asking. And Shayna says, I love that you performed another Andy Rooney monologue. Thank you. You are the greatest, Shayna. Thanks for making me feel special. I appreciate that. TJ, Shayna, she said, I don't think I'd want to see my doctor naked. Would you? My last I'm not going to lie to you. I've had several doctors. How about that? Several doctors. But my last doctor, not my current one, but the one I had before, was an absolutely beautiful 30-year-old Indian woman who I wanted to marry and have support me forever. And just in those moments, and also protect me and make me feel better. Other than that, it's been mostly dudes, which is not, I don't want to see any dudes naked. I try to avoid it. Sometimes it's forced upon me, but I try to avoid it. Like, if I'm watching Euphoria or something, I'm saying, yeah, but, I don't seek it out. Naked doctors, though, that sounds like a very specific kink. I don't have that one. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's spin the wheel. Anything can happen when you spin the wheel. Here we go. What do we got? Joke! Nice. Let's go into the comedy club. All new list of dad jokes for you. Uh-oh. Incorrectly centered again. Hold on. Sorry about this, folks. I didn't have my camera set up at the beginning, and I'm going to need to make a couple of adjustments, but I got lots of jokes for you, so don't you worry about that. There we go. Oh, huh? Perfect. Right where I belong. Right between the two. Oh, I love it. Okay. And then we got the chat. Gonna strengthen that out a little bit. Gotta no, the other way. Go back. Okay. No. You gotta screech. Squeeze it slowly. There you go. Now. There we go. Now we got ourselves, we're all set for the joke section. Now, we'll come back to that chat in just a minute. I'm going to tell a couple of new jokes I just downloaded today. I'm very excited. I went to a dad joke website. Here we go. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, did you hear about the circus fire? It was intense. One more? You got it. Hey, did you hear about Hey, did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers? They said he made a mint. There you go. Keep it moving, making content, having fun. Back to the chat. Shanna, you're doing wonderful. I love dad jokes. All right, because I'm a dad now, and I'm funny. Now, DJ, she said that Julia and Julie are both very, very funny, and it's great to see more talented female comedians on the scene. No doubt about it. There are more talented female comedians on the scene than I've seen in ever, actually. And female producers on the scene, more than I've ever seen. I'm a big fan of female producers because I'm married to one, and I'm a big fan of female comedians because I like them. There you go. That's all right. Yeah, I said it. I like them. There. Fine. You happy? They make me laugh. Although I have recently heard that there are shows that are booked up north because they believe that there are women who do not ever find men funny. They book shows just for women that don't find men funny at all. And I didn't know that that was a thing. I've never personally met anybody who said, for example, that no women are funny. I think they said it in the 60s, but they were dumb and not paying attention then. Obviously, women are funny. It's an absurd thing to say. Same thing is say, I don't find men funny at all. That's weird to me. Do you think that's true? Because I don't think that's true. Just food for thought. All right, let's spin the wheel. All right. Zen cone. Let's head out to the campfire. Dagnabbit! Sorry, everybody. We're going to adjust this too. It's going to be that kind of show, I'm afraid. Here we go. All right, where's Johnny? There's the chat. Let's get that straightened out. This episode stars Johnny's giant hair. How do you like that? There we go. Almost there, almost there. And we're there. All right. Let us adjust me, and then off we go. I was there the whole time. And go halfway, and a little bit more, and away we go. Man, my hair's big. Okay, let us do a Zen cone. This is Zen cone 35. Every minute Zen. Zen students are with their masters at least 10 years before they presume to teach others. Nanin was visited by Tenno, who, having passed his apprenticeship, had become a teacher. The day happened to be rainy, so Tenno wore wooden clogs and carried an umbrella. After greeting him, Nanine remarked, "I suppose you left your wooden clogs in the vestibule. I want to know if your umbrella is on the right or left side of the clogs." Tenno, confused, had no instant answer. He realized that he was unable to carry his Zen every minute. He became Nanine's pupil, and he studied 6 more years to accomplish this every minute Zen. Nice. Let's go back to the chat. Oh, hey, here we go. We got it real quick. This makes... I don't know why. This should creep me out, but this makes me so happy. Will I please make the noise you made when I asked about Paul Platt's mom? That made me laugh out loud. I don't know that sound. I don't know how to make that sound with my tongue, which is why I was never great at speaking Spanish, rolling the R's. I know exactly what you're talking about. It is I wish I could take credit for it, is the sound made by Bob Hope when he sees an attractive woman, and then eventually by Conan O'Brien when he sees an attractive woman, and I've taken it, and that sound is... It's a behind closed teeth. And if you throw in the it's even better. Thanks for asking. That's exactly it. That made me feel special. Thank you, Shana. You're the best. All right, let's spin the wheel. Oh, all right. Acapella. I tell you what, let's go ahead and head in the library. Sworn I'd fix that too. All right, folks, bear with me. Appreciate you. I can do this explanation while I fix the shot. Let's see. I have been, as you actually, Shana, you definitely know, I've been cutting up the show to make TikToks lately, which means I have to listen to everything I do over and over again. And I have come to quite dislike my singing voice. For softer songs, so I need some training before I start singing again and feeling confident. But in the meantime, I have had a great deal of a great deal of joy reading lyrics, and I picked out some lyrics from some of the greatest songwriters who have ever lived. So I would like to read. We'll start with Welcome to the Internet by Bo Burnham. This is from his special Inside. Welcome to the Internet. Have a look around. Anything that brain of yours can think of can be found. We've got mountains of content, some better, some worse. If none of it is of interest to you, then you'd be the first. Welcome to the Internet. Come and take a seat. Would you like to see the news or any famous women's feet? There's no need to panic. This isn't a test. Just nod or shake your head and we'll do the rest. Welcome to the Internet. What would you prefer? Would you like to fight for civil rights or tweet a racial slur? Be happy, be horny, be bursting with rage. We've got a million different ways to engage. Welcome to the Internet. Put your cares aside. Here's a tip for straining pasta. Here's a 9-year-old who died. We've got movies and doctors and fantasy sports and a bunch of colored pencil drawings of all the different characters in Harry Potter fucking each other. Welcome to the Internet. Hold on to your socks, 'cause a random guy just kindly sent you photos of his cock. They are grainy and off-putting. He just sent you more. Don't act surprised. You know you love it, you whore. See a man beheaded. Get offended. See a shrink. Show us pictures of your children. Tell us every thought you think. Start a rumor, buy a broom, or send a death threat to a boomer, or DM a girl and groom her. Do a Zoom or find a tumor in your... Here's a healthy breakfast option. You should kill your mom. Here's why women never fuck you. Here's how you can build a bomb. Take this quirky quiz. Obama sent the immigrants to vaccinate your kids. Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time. Can I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time? Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time. You know, it wasn't always like this. Not very long ago, just before your time, right before the towers fell, circa 99. This was catalogs, travel blogs, a chat room or two. We set our sights and spent our nights waiting for you. You, insatiable you. Mommy let you use her iPad. You were barely 2, and it did all the things we designed it to do. Now look at you. Look at you, you unstoppable, watchable you. Your time is now, your insides out. Honey, how you grew. And if we stick together, who knows what we'll do. It was always the plan to put the world in your hand. Not my best work. That's all right. That was fun, though, and you gotta admit the shot looks nice. No lost frames. All right, then. Oh, Shayna was nice enough to ask me a question. Let's go to the chat chalet. Shayna says that she likes dad jokes, by the way, and you know, I do too. I really do. I enjoy them. Wonder what I just moved. It doesn't matter. Shayna says, do I have any shows coming up? No, I was working on building a show. But I've kind of lost trust with the people that I was building it with, so I'm going to step away for a while until I know where I stand. Let's see. Ooh, that's not loud enough at all. Hold on. Microphone check, microphone check, microphone check. There we go. Do I have any shows coming up? No, I do not. Nope, not one. We're traveling, so that'll be fun. I'll see some things there. And did I have any roses this week? I got to have daddy-son breakfast with my son and my wife. That was nice. We were all together, although I was in a terrible mood and probably a great big jerk. I tried, and it was nice that we were all together. Roses. My son and I got a haircut together. That was fun. I was freaking out. The whole week I was freaking out. I was in really, really bad shape. And he would come and he'd put his hand on my shoulder just out of nowhere just to comfort me. And that made me really, really happy. So that's a rose. Shayna, you checked on me. I really appreciated that. That was a rose. Thank you. I'm sure there were others. Oh, we went and saw the VAPA Center. We went and saw the VAPA Center in Charlotte and got to see the Charlotte Comedy Theater and get a look around there with my production partners Craig and Adam. And it was fun to take a look around. I don't think we're going to end up using the space, but it was really fun to look around. And I watched the series The Gentleman with my wife for the last 8 days, and Ted Lasso with my son for the last 8 days. The Gentleman is excellent. I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. And that is a lot of roses. Man, you got it all figured out, DJ. That's right. Those are a lot of roses. And where am I traveling? I am planning to travel to Canada. I don't say exactly when or where on the big show, but in the coming weeks, I will be traveling to Canada with my wife and family. And we'll get to go see all the states in between, and we'll have a big, all exciting trip. So that always clears my mind and makes me feel better. I'm looking forward to listening to every song Bob Dylan ever wrote and finishing my audiobook about Buddhism by Jack Kornfield. There you go. Those are a lot of roses. Thank you. It's very, very easy to forget. Thank you, DJ. All right, then. Let's spin the wheel. See what happens. I like this. I think they redesigned it. I'm not getting a lot of doubles like that. Boom, monologues. Yeah, let's do a monologue right now. Let's head into the theater. All right, I am going to pick out the single saddest monologue that I have, because when I'm feeling poisoned, I like to have a little hair of the dog. You know what I mean? I like to force a little darkness into my heart for contrast. It usually makes me feel better. So I am picking out a very specific monologue from my favorite play, which is The Sunset Limited, a play that I myself will hope to produce someday. But to find it can be tricky. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, you know what? I bet you the model... That's not even right. Dagnabbit. Hold on. I keep on forgetting. I got to readjust all these. Sorry. I'm not changing shape in real life. That's just... There we go. That's pretty close. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Now, Shayna had something to say here. She said... In response, there we go, now we're going. In response to your comment about Pepper, she said the offer is still open. She never gets enough cuddles. That sounds fantastic. I would like that very much. All right, I'm going to find it. This is a good one. I got Frankenstein. I got Something Wrong with America. I got Fight Club, Princess Bride, Dictator, Always Be Closing, Just a Ride, Can't Handle the Truth. Oh, these are all so good. Primitive Sergeant, Fear of Germs, Broke My Boy. Where did the rest of it go? I guess I won't be doing that one. This makes me sad because I needed this. Here's my news, Reverend. Here it is. This is the single saddest monologue I've ever heard. Thank you for your patience as I prepared it. Okay, here we go. This is, context. It's a professor. The character is named White. He's an old man who attempted suicide and was saved by the character he's speaking to, a character named Black. The character Black has been trying to save Dr. White's soul the entire time, but he doesn't fully understand how dark the professor's world is. So this is an explanation of how dark the world is from Sunset Limited by Cormac McCarthy. Here's my news, Reverend. Okay. Maybe you're right. Well, here's my news, Reverend. I yearn for the darkness. I pray for death. Real death. If I thought that in death I would meet the people I've known in life, I don't know what I'd do. That would be the ultimate horror, the ultimate despair. If I had to meet my mother again and start all of that over, only this time without the prospect of death to look forward to, that would be the final nightmare. Kafka on wheels. I want the dead to be dead forever. And I want to be one of them. Except, of course, you can't be one of them. You can't be one of the dead because what has no existence can have no community. No community. My heart warms just thinking about it. Silence, blackness, aloneness, peace, and all of it only a heartbeat away. I don't regard my state of mind as some pessimistic view of the world. I regard it as the world itself. Evolution cannot avoid bringing intelligent life ultimately to an awareness of one thing above all else, and that one thing is futility. If people saw the world for what it truly is, saw their lives for what they truly are, without dreams or illusions, I don't believe they could offer the first reason why they should not die as soon as possible. I don't believe in God. Can you understand that? Look around you, man. Can't you see the clamor and din of those in torment has to be the sound most pleasing to his ear? And I loathe these discussions, the argument of the village atheist whose single passion is to revile endlessly that which he denies the existence of in the first place. Your fellowship is a fellowship of pain and nothing more. And if that pain were actually collective instead of simply reiterative, then the sheer weight of it would drag the world from the walls of the universe and send it crashing into whatever night it might yet be capable of engendering until it was not even ash. And justice? Brotherhood? Eternal life? Good God, man, show me a religion that prepares one for death, for nothingness. There's a church I might enter. Yours prepares you only for more life, for dreams and illusions and lies. If you could banish the fear of death from men's hearts, they wouldn't live a day. Why would anyone stay in this nightmare, if not for fear of the next? The shadow of the axe hangs over every joy. Every road ends in death, or worse, every friendship, every love, torment, betrayal, anger, loss, suffering, pain, age, indignity, and hideous, lingering illness. All with a single conclusion for you and for everyone you have ever cared about. That's the true brotherhood, the true fellowship, and everyone is a member for life. You tell me that my brother is my salvation. My salvation. Well then, damn him. Damn him in every shape and form and guise. Do I see myself in him? Yes, I do. And what I see sickens me. Do you understand me? Can you understand me? All right. That felt better. Okay. Whew, I needed that. Let's go back to the chat. We got friends in the room. All right. We got all kinds of good stuff going. Now, first up, we have our friend. Wonder where everyone else is who often joins your show. Well, you remember all the hassles you had to go through to get on to Twitch. Maybe they're going through similar. Maybe I forgot to post an announcement. I forgot to post on Facebook that I was coming over. And I'm hoping to make new friends from Twitch. I'm hoping we have some new visitors come in pretty soon. But the two of you are doing fantastic. Thank you very much for carrying it so far. Now, Shayna says, I think the only thing I don't like about your show being on Twitch is that I can't tag other comedians on here. That may be my favorite thing about Twitch. This show, I don't want everybody watching this show. This is weirdly private for me. 10 people max would be great. Too many people were sticking their heads in over on Facebook, and I feel weird trying to reconcile my stand-up comedy Johnny Millwater past with my whatever this is present. So I like it here. It's a little more private. Now, DJ, she says that I like tagging comedians so they can be notified about the show. So hopefully they log in and join the happy place. I love the thought. I really, really appreciate the gesture. I know where you're coming from, but yeah, there you go. If they come on, you'll be able to tag them on Twitch. Don't worry about a thing. Let's see. Let's spin the wheel. I like it when other comedians stick their head on the show. But only if they seek me out personally and not stick their head in just to see what I'm saying about them. That makes me nervous. Let's lay down some wisdom from on high. I got some great new wisdom for you. Picked out a whole bunch of good stuff, mostly just from the memes that have showed up on my theme in the past few months. So I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Wisdom number 1. Life is tragic, simply because the earth turns and the sun inexorably rises and sets. And one day, for each of us, the sun will go down for the last time. Perhaps the whole root of our trouble, the human trouble, is that we will sacrifice all the beauty of our lives, will imprison ourselves in totems, taboos, crosses, blood sacrifices, steeples, mosques, races, armies, flags, nations, in order to deny the fact of death, the only fact we have. It seems to me that one ought to rejoice in the fact of death, ought to decide, indeed, to earn one's death by confronting with passion the conundrum of life. One is responsible for life. It is the small beacon in that terrifying darkness from which we come and to which we shall return. That's wisdom from James Baldwin. Nice. That was fun. All right. Hey, at least this was centered properly. I do like it when other comedians come on the show. I want them to come because they want to hear what I have to say and not because they think I'm talking about them. I get paranoid, and I bet you I'm not the only one. But you did. Craig's a fan now, and he couldn't have done that without you tagging, so thank you. Oh, the weekly writing group, that's also supposed to be a secret. That's another reason I didn't want to do it on here, is because I talk about the writing group, and I'm really not supposed to. It's been going great. We've been getting, I think we have about 25 different really, really good comics on the list, and usually 5 or 6 show up every week. They're really funny, talented people that I love being around and love working with. It's one of the joys of my week every week. Thanks for asking. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, nice. Let us head to the Poetry Corner. Tony gets it. Oh no. Dip it. I have no idea. I think the people in my writing group know about the happy place. I just think they choose not to come. This is not for everybody, Shana, and I completely understand that. It's not for most people. I completely understand that too. This is for me and anybody who wants to come along. But it definitely does not appeal to most people, especially most comics. I've been called highfalutin, and I've been called other things. Let's see. Let's get that chat fixed up, and then we'll read ourselves a poem. Everyone needs a happy place. You're right. And I really like being able to build something by myself. And I'm not by myself, Shana. You're helping. Tony's helping. And I sincerely appreciate it. But the actual production, it's nice not to have to worry about anybody else showing up. And I do feel completely at ease when I'm here now. So nothing wrong with that. Let's do a poem. Ooh, that's a long one. Let's do... I don't think we've done... Now for Lloyd Tennyson, Daylight and Moonlight. Let's do that. Daylight and Moonlight by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. In broad daylight and at noon yesterday I saw the moon sailing high but faint and white as a schoolboy's paper kite. In broad daylight yesterday, to me at most as a phantom or a ghost. But at length the feverish day, like a passion, died away, and the night, serene and still, fell on village, vale, and hill. Then the moon, in all her pride, like a spirit glorified, filled and overflowed the night with revelations of her light. And the poet's song again passed like music through my brain. Night interpreted to me all its grace and mystery. That's lovely. All right, let's spin the wheel. Hey, Shana, do you have a happy place? Where do you feel safest? Oh, feel perfect. Let's do it on the chat. Generally, I don't like to talk about my feelings, but let's do it. DJ, do you have a happy place? How about you, Tony? What's your happy place? Are you happy when you're broadcasting? Do you feel complete? Do you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing? I'm always curious about people in that regard. I told you how I've been feeling. I've been grieving, and I've been angry, and I've been crazy and delusional and paranoid and having very, very, very dark thoughts. But I was in a safe environment surrounded by people who love me. So nothing bad came of it, which is the best case scenario for those kind of weeks. That's what I've been feeling. What about you guys? What are you feeling this week? What you been up to? Oh, hold on now. Tony has a question over here. Tony says, so Twitch has real-time comments. Although your framing is gorgeous, you clip it for all of your TikToks. So I ask, other than excuse to see Starbutts move, why keep it? So Twitch has real-time comments, framing, you clip it for all your TikToks. Other than excuse to see Starbuck, her name is Starbuck, why keep the framing? Why keep the frame? I had to make it interesting. I'm not sure I understand. Ah, the chat window. Okay. See how fast that was? That was nice. I keep the chat window so you guys have something to look at besides my big dumb face. And also, people might watch it on YouTube. So when you watch it on YouTube, the comments will appear on the screen. You don't have to watch it on Twitch to see what everybody's saying. So thank you. That's why. Excellent question. And I do like seeing Starbuck move. I like having her Force Ghost close to me. It cheers me up. But mostly, it's just so that folks at YouTube can watch. Okay, I feel stupid. Let's spin the wheel. Before we go, hiking, making art, laughing at comedy shows, these are some of my happy places. Well, I am very proud to be a part of at least one of those, and I'm very glad you know where to go to feel right. I'm still trying to figure it all out myself. That was lovely. Let's spin the wheel. Hey, you know what? Tony, have you played the game yet? Let's play the game. Let's play the game. This is going to be fun. Come on into the video game vault. No game? Aw, come on, let's try one. The video of Debbie and the puppy Starbuck was adorable. Yeah, it broke my heart for sure. Yeah, it was very cute. That was Bishop. That was Starbuck's brother, who died when I was in the Miami airport about 8 years ago. And the other one was our beloved Starbuck, as seen here on the show. So here's how it works. If you know the letters, type them in. Here we go. You're not too stupid. You got this, bud. You got this. Besides, I like making stupid faces. How are the kids handling the great question? We'll get back to you. Slomty. Lomsty. Lomsty? Stolmy. Mostly. They come mostly at night. Mostly. The kids are handling the grief. Beat you. The kids are handling the grief extremely well. Quietly. Orion is just vaguely sad all the time, like I was. So we've been cheering each other up. Oh, second one. Let's see. Lonely, losty, most, motley. Molt. Losing a dog is so hard. You're trying to be smiling, laughing, and trying to be happy. I legitimately am. That's the miracle of performance. It all goes away. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, Tony. You got this. It cheers me up legitimately, so thank you very, very much for being here. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Got to focus up here. Most, mults, plural. Next level. Oh, we're going. Stole. Oh, good one. Lost. Oh, that would have been a good one. Don't forget, you got to wait for the lock to unlock. And mostly's already been grabbed by me. Can you guys see the numbers on the screen? This is very, very small down here. For you, especially, I imagine. Maybe I can put my big dumb head into the screen itself somehow. We'll figure it out. Holy moly. Oh, that would have been great. Good one. Stoy, multi, my losty, lost. Somebody else already got lost. All right. Fair enough. But we're going to the next level, and that is very, very exciting, my friends. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, see how everybody did. Very nice. And at the last second, DJ Shenanigans was Slot, one of my favorites. Here we go. 2 stars, not too shabby for newcomers like us, my friends. So we got up at first place. Hey, Johnny's happy place. House advantage. followed closely by Tony in second place, and you thought you couldn't do it, and in close third, the wonderful DJ Shenanigans. Let's try it again. Next level's twice as hard, I understand. All right. Nalanai. Eln, Evelyn, Valen, Valeniva, Leniva. There we go. Oh, that's the one. Tony, my man. Lane, another one I like. Is Vale a word? Oh, maybe not. Oh, wait, I got one. I wonder how it's spelled. Villain. Come on, give me villain. Yeah, that's all 6 letters. Very nice. All right, vilify, lane, livid, living la vida loca. Oh, what'd you get? Nice one. Vila, oh, good Spanish. Lavalier, Mike, is short, but that's three letters. All in, that has a apostrophe. Somebody already do vein? Somebody already did vein. All right. Nail. Oh, nail. Anybody do nail? Somebody already did nail. Okay. How about veiny nail? Villanueva. Have you seen the new Dune from Dennis Villanueva? I hear it's really good. Vanilla. That's it right there. Vanilla. Illa. Lane. Lani. Annihilate. I don't know if we're going to make it. We got to get one more, everybody. One more. Lave. Name. I got nothing. Those aren't words. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Ah, well. Whoop. Somebody got in with Lane. You did it. Way to get us. Way to get us. All right, we're in the next level. Way to get in there at the last second with the past tense of lay. Uh-oh. Creepy. Whoa. Whoa. Don't worry about a thing. I got this. Hit. Ha. Boom. Fixed. Now, DJ says you have to wait until the lock opens and you get only one guess. That is exactly correct. That's exactly it. You have to wait until the lock opens and you only get one guess. You get one guess right away, each of us. It makes more sense when there's 20 or 30 people. And then the next round, boop, boop, it starts over again and we're all in the race to get one. And then boop, boop, all in the race to get one. So let's try it again. Yeah, you can type a word whenever you feel like, but it only counts after the lock. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. There's no U? Is that a Q with no U? Has the world gone mad? Is that a Q? Yep, looks like a Q to me. All right. Oh, there's the U. There's the U. Shout out to my queer friends. Queer is queer. Let's see, it's queer. Oh. Shout out to my lawyer friends. Shout out to my friends who help my night friends. Squires. Let's see. Squeeze, square, square, squire, queer eye. Risque. There's a on it. There's a for the risque. I don't know if that counts. Guess not. Okay. Requisite. Sure. Boom. I'm back in. Oh, nope. Sure was already taken. My bad. Q's. Like if there's more than one Q. No. Okay. Sir quoi? Still so many words left. Still one word that uses all the letters, folks. If we can get that last word, we can do this. Esquire or squires. Plural. Did I get it? Just missed it. Dag nabbit. That's a lag for you. Ba-da-ba-dam. Well, that was fun. All right. Something different for the big stream. Why don't we go back to the chat? We'll spin the wheel. Ooh, Shakespeare. Nice. Let's head into the Shakespeare corner. Or the Shakespeare stage. I believe it is called the Rose. Rose. That was a hard one, but that was fun. I enjoyed that. That got my heart going a little bit. It's nice to be able to do that online and feel that connection. Wish we could play Scrabble or something. That'd be really fun. I love Scrabble. Okay, let's pick something fun to do. How about let us do a scene from Claudius. This is also from Hamlet, one of my favorites. This is Claudius's introduction to the play when he first introduces himself as the king, and also, he's kind of stole it. So I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's 400 years old. So check it out. This is from Hamlet. Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike stake, have we, as 'twere with a defeated joy, with an auspicious and a dropping eye, with mirth and funeral, and with dirge and marriage, an equal scale weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Nor have we herein barred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone with this affair along. For all our thanks. Now follows that young Fortinbras, holding a weak supposal of our worth, or thinking by our late dear brother's death, our state to be disjoined and out of frame, colleagued with this dream of his advantage, he hath not failed to pester us with message importing the surrender of those lands lost to his father, with all bands of law, to our most valiant brother. So much for him. Now for ourselves and for the time of meeting. Thus much business is. We have writ to Norway, uncle of young Fortinbras, who, impotent and bedrid, scarcely hears of this his nephew's purpose, to suppress his further gait herein, in that the levies, the lists, and full proportions, all made out of his subject, and we here dispatch you, good Cornelius, and you, Voltimand, for bearers of this greeting to old Norway, giving to you no further personal power to business with the king, more than the scope of these dilated articles allow. Farewell, and let your haste commend your duty. I'm not sure I trust that guy. I think he's up to something. Let's go back to the chat. Now we got some more news from DJ Shana. She says, "Did you say you like Salvador Dali? I love Salvador Dali. It's the first art I've ever owned, and the first museum I ever visited was the Salvador Dali Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida. Even taking my kids there. I love Salvador Dali. I'm working on a collage for a mixed media class. It has Salvador Dali's face, along with his signature mustache. Excellent choice. My right hand is very skilled. How odd for you to say. This is my left hand, and you're not the first to say it, but still on stream. Thank you. I've been following an artist. There's a voice artist on Instagram, Facebook, on everything. Her name is Tawny Plattis, TAWNY PLATIS. And when she does voice work, she holds both of her hands in front of her, and she changes the shape of her body while she delivers the line. And I think it sounds fantastic, and I'm trying to learn from her example. So she's fantastic. Mm. Oh, yes, controlling, yes, this. Controlling the prompter and staying out of the picture. I have to. I wish you could see the setup I have here. It's on 3 plastic blocks and then a briefcase just to get it up at eye level. But if I touch the table at all, it shakes like crazy. So I have to sit about a foot away from the table with this in my hand. Do I ever make visual art outside of digital art? No, I have not. I painted once. My son has it on his wall. I like to paint, I think, but my house is very small and we have no room to do it. I like to draw, but I don't like how it turns out. No, I don't do a lot of visual art. I like digital art because it gets closer to the picture in my head. I've always felt my hands were kind of special needs. I don't know how to describe it, but they don't do what I want them to do all the time. I've said too much. What do you say we spin the wheel? Oh, pros! Very nice. Let's head into the library. All right, let's see. Everything's lined up properly. We already did an Andy Rooney. Let us do... I just got the book Cruel Shoes by the brilliant and irreplaceable Steve Martin, and I thought I might read some of the short form essays from that wonderful book, Cruel Shoes. Here's one now. This is called Serious Dogs. This is Serious Dogs by Steve Martin. I had always thought dogs to be playful and spirited. To me, they were the animals who loved to chase sticks and romp around and lick you. That is, I used to think that, until the day I met the serious dogs. When I first saw the serious dogs, they were sitting on a small hill out to the side of my house watching the sunset. One dog was standing on his hind legs, leaning his elbow on a tree, lost in melancholy thought. They all watched this spectacularly glorious sunset, then each sighed in turn and strolled in a pack over the hill. Were these the dogs I had thrown bones to for the last several months? These daydreamers? Several days later, I saw the serious dogs lunching under the willow. They were not gulping their food down like Spritzy does. They seemed almost refined. After dining, they buried their trash, cleaned themselves up, and disappeared over the horizon. I waited about half an hour and then took my shovel over to that willow and dug up what they had buried there. Several wrappers of cheese, some half-eaten doggy biscuits, and, good Lord, 2 empty bottles of fairly expensive Bordeaux. I turned, confused, and saw a small pamphlet lying on the ground. I picked it up and read the title, Federal Migratory Waterfowl Stamps. Well, I thought, some poor stamp collector left his book here just then. One of the serious dogs appeared and gently took the volume from my hands and padded off. I stopped. This was something more than just some dogs who didn't like to play fetch. I decided to secretly follow this dog. I laid about 100 yards back, and I watched him. I was impressed with his courtesy to other animals and his compulsion to leave his pathway neat. If a branch had fallen over, he would right it. If leaves had blown over the trail, he would brush them back onto less traveled ground. When I saw him crawl through an opening in some thick brush, as I approached, I could hear the sounds of other dogs moving lightly. I moved towards the opening and cautiously peered through. I could see a few dogs staring intently at something, as though studying it. I could not make out exactly what it was, so I moved closer. I was sure not to make my presence known. As I parted some of the branches in the brush, I saw the most incredible sight. A fully constructed skeleton of a cow. The construction was crude, to be sure, but missing only the head and feet, it was well formed and highly commendable. I remember throwing them bones now and then, and I could recall several of the dogs seemingly analyzing it before accepting. I looked along the ground and saw several of my books I had thrown out months before. They were well kept and stored upright. Most were referenced, but I recognized several of the better novels. Then I noticed some dogs all facing something and sniffing judiciously, like connoisseurs would sniff some wine. I could not make out what they were looking at, as the bush blocked my line of sight. I moved ever so slowly through the underbrush, with such caution that it took me a full 10 minutes to travel 5 feet. Then, with some trepidation, I lifted my eyes at the object of the dog's curiosity and saw, my God, the lost Monet. Serious dogs. Nice, let's go back to the chat. Now, Shana said, there we go, that's part of why I prefer making abstract art, because there's no pressure to make it resemble the person, thing you're drawing, painting, etc. I like that too. It's a good point. She also says, sometimes my art doesn't turn out quite like I had hoped, but sometimes it's more about the process, not the product. I call it my art therapy. I know exactly what you mean. This is my particular art, voice artistry and whatever this is, performing and producing. And it is art therapy. That's a secondary name for this show. Art therapy. I like it a lot. Thank you very much, Shana. I appreciate you. All right, let's spin the wheel. Oh, a joke. All right. Let's head into the comedy club. You know, I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. That was fun. Dad joke for you. Want another one? You got it. There we go. What did the big flower say to the little flower? Hi, bud. Terrible. Just terrible. Awful joke. Another one? You got it. How about... There you go. What did the grape say when it was stepped on? Nothing. It just let out a little whine. Well, that's enough of that. Let's keep moving. Spin the wheel. Oh, Zen Cohen. All right. Let us head into the campsite. Let's see. I think we have Flower Shower, number 36. This is Flower Shower, Zen Cohen, number 36. It is a story of a character named Subhuti, which is Subhuti. Subhuti was Buddha's disciple. He was able to understand the potency of emptiness, the viewpoint that nothing exists except in its relationship of subjectivity and objectivity. One day, Subhuti, in a mood of sublime emptiness, was sitting under a tree. Flowers began to fall about him. "We are praising you for your discourse on emptiness," the gods whispered to him. "But I have not spoken of emptiness. We have not heard emptiness," responded the gods. "This is true emptiness," and blossoms showered upon Subhuti as rain. Nice. All right, let's check we'll go back to the chat. I have a special request from my friend Shana. Shana wants to know if I don't have the riddle I don't have the riddle room anymore, but I can certainly ask you, or try to ask you, a riddle from my list. Here, let me see if I can find them. Nope, I closed them all up, but I'll look it up for you. Seriously, you're 100% of my viewing, you and Tony are 100% of my viewing audience right now. So I am at your disposal. Let's see what we can do. Let's do streaming riddles. Here we are. I'll see if I can find one that I haven't done yet. That'll keep you guessing. I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old. That's a person or a candle. Oh, whoops, I did that wrong. Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right. Gotcha. Here's a challenge. All right. The day before yesterday, I was 21. And next year, I will be 24. When is my birthday? One more time. The day before yesterday, I was 21. And next year, I will be 24. When is my birthday? Take your guess in the chat, and we'll come right back. Let's spin the wheel. Nice. Let's step into the a cappella library. Now there's some who would suggest that the greatest lyricist of all time is Mr. Bob Dylan. And I, for one, I think I might agree. I love the work of Bob Dylan, and I just recently decided to move some of his songs onto my playlists and onto my reading list. And I think we're in for a treat. This is Simple Twist of Fate by Bob Dylan. They sat together in the park. As the evening sky grew dark, she looked at him, and he felt a spark tingle in his bones. 'Twas then he felt alone, and wished that he'd gone straight, and watched out for a simple twist of fate. They walked alone by the old canal, a little confused, I remember well, and stopped into a strange hotel with a neon burning bright. He felt the heat of the night hit him like a freight train, moving with a simple twist of fate. A saxophone somewhere far off played as she was walking on by the arcade, as the light bust through a beat-up shade where she was waking up. She dropped a coin into the cup, another blind man at the gate, and forgot about a simple twist of fate. He woke up. The room was bare. He didn't see her anywhere. He told himself he didn't care. He pushed the window open wide. Felt an emptiness inside, to which he just could not relate, brought on by a simple twist of fate. He hears the ticking of the clocks and walks along with a parrot that talks, hunts her down by the waterfront docks where the sailors all come in. Maybe she'll pick him out again. How long must he wait? One more time for a simple twist of fate. People tell me it's a sin to know and feel too much within. I still believe she was my twin, but I lost the ring. She was born in spring, but I was born too late. Blame it on a simple twist of fate. Doesn't get prettier than that. Let's go to the chat, shall we? The answer to the other brain teaser. Folks listening at home, the day before yesterday I was 21, and next year I will be 24. When is my birthday? The answer is your birthday is on December 31st, but today is January 1st. So the day before yesterday, I was 21. Next year, I'll be 24. There you go. I'll see if I can find a different one for you. Here's another brain teaser, because I've always liked you. What begins with an E and only contains one letter? What begins with an E and only contains one letter? Tony gets it. Correct answer from Tony. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, sir. All right, let's spin the wheel. Ooh, monologue. Nice, let's go to the theater. Let's see. Did a dark monologue. Let's see if I can find something a little lighter. Nitwit School, Happy Fun Ball, Preacher Character, Letter to a Friend in Hospital. Maybe some stand-up from the top. Let's see if I can find Falling in Love, Concerned About Paula Deen, from the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I should have uploaded some more stand-up. I'm sorry, folks. It's my fault. Let's do Bacon by Jim Gaffigan. Whoops. Bacon by Jim Gaffigan. Of course, what makes breakfast in bread so special is that you're lying down and eating bacon, the most beautiful thing on earth. Bacon's the best. Even the frying of bacon sounds like applause. Yay, bacon! You want to hear how good bacon is? To improve other food, they wrap it in bacon. If it wasn't for bacon, we wouldn't even know what a water chestnut is. Thank you, bacon. Sincerely, Walter Chestnut the Third. And those bits of bacon are like the fairy dust of the food community. You don't want this baked potato? It's now your favorite part of the meal. Not interested in this salad? Bippity-boppity bacon just turned into an entree. And once you put bacon into a salad, it's no longer a salad. It just becomes a game of find the bacon in the lettuce. It's like you're panning for gold. Eureka! Bacon! Not many ways to prepare bacon. You can either fry it or get botulism. It's amazing the shrinkage that occurs. You start with a pound and you end up with a bookmark. You know, the only bad part about bacon is that it makes you thirsty for more bacon. I never feel like I get enough bacon. At breakfast, it's like they're rationing it. Oh, here's your 2 strips of bacon, but I want more bacon. Whenever you're at a brunch buffet and you see that little metal tray filled with 4,000 strips of bacon, don't you almost expect a rainbow to be coming out of it? I found it. I found the source of all bacon. The bacon tray is always at the end of the buffet. You always regret all the stuff on your plate. What am I doing with all this worthless fruit? I should have waited. If I had known you were here, I would have waited. You know bacon's bad when a healthier choice is a donut. And we've known bacon is bad for thousands of years. It's literally a restriction on entering certain religions. All rules, no killing, no cheating on your wife, no bacon. Whoa. What was that last one? No bacon. I'm in the wrong line. Is there a bacon line around here? How many bacon jokes is this guy gonna do? It's like, come on. But bacon is that good. I bet if you put bits of bacon on a strip of bacon, you could travel back in time. It's like a tasty vortex. Wow, that's a nerdy-ass bacon joke. And fatback. Supposedly fatback is like bacon on steroids, you know. I've never tried fatback, probably because it's called fatback. I don't know what creeps me out more, fat or back. Why don't they just throw in hairy while they're at it? Here's some nice hairy fatback. That reminds me, your uncle called. That's got to be the end of the bacon jokes. I even like the name Bacon. You can't tell me that Kevin Bacon's success isn't somehow based on his name. You're not going out to see a Kevin hot dog movie. Who's in this movie? Kevin Bacon. Sounds good. Nice. There you go. Little Gaffigan to help the nice folks. All right, we're going to go back to the chat. Couple of questions. Need more time to type. Pregnant pauses. Sorry, bud. By the way, envelope was the correct answer. Way to go, Shannon. Way to get in there. Shayna says she doesn't actually like bacon. Are you a vegetarian? I don't even know. It's not for everybody. I like bacon, but that's just because it's good. Gaffigan's bacon bit is the greatest. It's one of the greatest bits in the world. And I'll tell you why. You're a Brian Regan fan. Jim Gaffigan is the single greatest joke writer when it comes to looking at something from a dozen different angles. Talks about how it smells, how it tastes, how it feels, how society sees it, how he sees it. And he's able to put all that into one smooth flowing bit with laughs at the end of every single sentence. It's a masterpiece, the bacon bit. So I had a lot of fun doing that. I have seen Jim Gaffigan live. I had the pleasure of opening for him at Ovens Auditorium. So I got to watch him perform from backstage in a chair with my wife. How about that? That was really cool. And then Jim introduced me, and that felt even more amazing. He introduced me at the beginning of the show off stage, Mike, but still. And I introduced him to my wife, and of course, to the audience. So that was a great, great time. Full house, Ovens Auditorium. I'll never forget it. Now, I'm not a vegetarian. I just try to limit my meat intake. That ain't what I heard. I'm sorry. That's not true at all. That was just 8th grade comedy. All right. I don't feel great. Let's spin the wheel. Here we go. Oh, never mind. Let's do some wisdom. Forget the wheel. Calling audible. Omaha. There we go. Let us read something from somebody very smart. What is success? To laugh, often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate the beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. That's wisdom from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Nice. We'll do one more. To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best day and night to make you like everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting. That's wisdom from E.E. Cummings. I enjoy the wisdoms. Oh, going on back. Oh, she missed it. Let's see. To answer your question, who was I on stage with? I was watching it from backstage with my wife, Debbie. She came and kept me company in the green room, and then she sat and watched the show with me. I wanted to share the whole cool experience. She'd been to all the crappy gigs with me. I thought she might enjoy coming along for the really good one. So that was the plan there. All right, then let's spin the wheel. All right. Poem time. Time for one last poem, everybody. Let's go into the poetry corner. Let us do the tiger, poetry, the fish. Carry your heart with me. Oh, that's nice. We wear a mask. This be the verse. Fire and Ice. Let's do Fire and Ice. Everybody likes Robert Frost. This is Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great, and would suffice. One more. I'm in the mood because I happen to have this in front of me, and it was quoted to me this week by my friend Stu Watson, who I'm glad is not being tagged. I'm just telling you. This is This Be the Verse. It's the second one. This Be the Verse by Philip Larkin. They fuck you up, your mom and dad. They may not mean to, but they do. They fill you with the faults they had, and add some extra just for you. But they were fucked up in their turn by fools in old-style hats and coats, who half the time were soppy stern, and half at one another's throats. Man hands on misery to man. It deepens like a coastal shelf. Get out as early as you can, and don't have any kids yourself. Good advice. Well, that was fun. All right, then. Here we go. Another silly question. Why do I shift the chat from left to right in different scenes? Just to keep it fresh. Try to keep it guessing. In some of the scenes, the left side of the scene is more interesting, and some of the scenes, the right side of the scene is more interesting. I like to be on the less interesting side of the scene so that my face stands out a little bit more. And just variety's a spice of life, man. So I move it side to side. And DJ says, I have a much better week this week. I hope so, too. Let's go into the talk show desk. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. Thanks for following me over to Twitch. Don't forget to check out some other Twitch people. Here, I'll give you somebody you can check out. There's a lady named Courtney Visser, Courtney Visser, Visser. She is a South African singer-songwriter, looper, Twitch streamer. She was the one who taught me how to use Twitch. She's amazing, and she does live streams 3 times a week in the afternoon. Perfect time, usually around 2 o'clock, Shayna. So I think you might enjoy her if you enjoy that sort of thing. But until then, I hope this week's much better for me. I hope this week's much better for you. Thanks for watching. And until next time, remember, the only way to save this country is for all of us to love one another. So love yourself first, then love somebody else. Then, if you can, love everybody. That's what I'm trying to do. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep shining through, just like you always do, and the blue skies will push the dark clouds far away. And would you please say hello to the folks that I know and tell 'em I won't be long. We'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, I don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Thanks for watching. Till next time, be good, but not too good. Bye-bye.